video that you just saw, however brief, was actually yoga. That was a gentle excerpt from my gentle yoga practice. As you can see, it was very slow, very easeful. There wasn't any fancy, I'm standing on one foot and I'm balancing all of my weight in one side. I'm not standing on my head. Oftentimes when we think about the yoga practice, it's a very one-dimensional thought, like yoga belongs to people who are size 2. Yoga belongs to people who are super quote-unquote able-bodied and active and quote-unquote fit. Yoga only belongs to those who are young, who are this, that, or the other thing. But the truth of the matter is, yoga belongs to everybody. Yoga is a practice for everyone. In fact, the yoga that is practiced most in the world, looking at the entire world, is called Bhakti Yoga, which is yoga of devotion. And it looks a lot like sitting in meditation and chanting and being, a little bit still and quiet. But there's so much that is happening because yoga is being, it's not doing. There are 8 limbs to this yogic practice, and the physical movement, or asana, that's just a little snippet of it. And within the physical movement, the asana, there are so many different ways to move, to be. And so oftentimes I have people say, oh, I'm getting over this injury, or oh, I'm just waiting to lose some weight before I start my yoga practice, or oh, this has been hurting me. And I want to invite people to look at the yoga practice as a practice that can help get them into that space of ease. It's something that is available now. You don't have to prepare for it or wait for it. It is yours in the present moment. And there are so many different ways to practice yoga. On my Zoom platform where I share yoga classes, I don't teach high impact, gymnastic style, rapid basic training yoga. The yoga that I teach is soft, it's gentle, it's all about being in stillness, expanding your body and contracting, softening, gently encouraging the muscles to lengthen and stretch, lubricating the joints. It's very rehabilitative in nature and healing. It is not the type of yoga that would be a problem even to practice with an injury. People of any weight category can practice this yoga, and people of any age can practice this yoga. And so my offerings include yin yoga, which is a yoga form that focuses in on targeted holds. So you're holding a yoga pose for, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes, and it's not something that you're holding laboriously and you're struggling and you're in stress. It's embracing this idea of being held and what it means to soften into that space of being held. And modifications are always offered so that every body is able to find their home in the practice. Another form of yoga that I share on my platform is Yoga Nidra, literally the yoga of sleep. It is a style of guided meditation that helps to restore one from the inside out. It helps you to just kind of come into and release gently from your conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind to find freedom and deep rest and rejuvenation. The Yoga Nidra class starts with 30 minutes of gentle yoga and then goes into 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra. And that 30-minute guided meditation is equivalent to about 3 to 4 hours of sleep from the neuroscience perspective. And it's just a deep dive into your body's parasympathetic nervous system. It's a way to just extinguish the stresses of the day and come within and find your home here. And so that's a lovely practice for anyone who is interested in meditation or starting the yoga journey. Yoga Nidra can be practiced with a broken leg, and it can be practiced in a wheelchair. So you do not need to be this quote unquote agile character who can balance on one hand. There's no flexibility requirement. You just come as you are and you be the yoga. Also, I have restorative yoga that I offer, and that's one of my favorite forms because it's just about releasing. It's the yoga of release, restorative yoga. It is therapeutic. It restores the soul. It takes the body out of this fight or flight reaction, and it brings you into the rest and digest processes. It allows you to let the day go, quite literally. It's been known to reduce hypertension, reduce stress and anxiety and depression. Anyone who is experiencing like sciatica and like these little arthritic pains, restorative yoga is like one of the best practices that you can embrace. And all these forms, whether you are pregnant or just recently postnatal, whether you have knee or hip replacements, it is all for you. So I invite you to join me this May. The link is down below. I have drop-in classes, reasonably priced at $10 a class. And if you can't make a class, but you register, I'll send you the replay so you can watch it whenever it's convenient for you to watch it. So if you can't make the class physically at the time that it's offered on Zoom, you can watch the replay. So easy. I also, for those who are interested in taking a series of classes for $45 a month, you get unlimited classes as well as access to my video library. And my video library has a large variety of different types of yoga practices, from Kundalini, which is very breath-centered, to Vinyasa, which is a little bit more active, to Restorative, Yoga Nidra, Yin Yoga. I take you on guided meditations, mantra labs where we learn about Sanskrit chants or Gurmukh chants. There are Ayurvedic talks where, I demonstrate different Ayurvedic techniques and like aspects of the science of Ayurveda and how it relates to the science of yoga and how they complement each other. So it's a really great resource if you are interested in embarking upon or enhancing your yoga journey. For those of you who are like, I don't know what restorative yoga looks like, I don't really know what any of these forms of yoga look like, I am going to share with you just a little brief restorative practice so that you can get a sense. And yin yoga looks similar-ish, only we use fewer props and the hold is a little bit less. So one thing I love about restorative yoga is that it requires a lot of props, but you do not need to buy any fancy bolsters. You do not need to buy a bunch of blocks. You do not need to buy any of the yoga accoutrement. Here I have 2 rolls of toilet paper, easy to come by these days, wasn't this time last year. Gold. I have a pillow and a self-made bolster. That's right, we took fabric and tied it and threw a little pillow in there, folded in half. So easy. All right, so one of my favorite restorative yoga poses is the supine twist series. And this really helps to relax you. And you can just put a gentle pillow behind your head. That's where the head would go. And you can take a bolster and we'll bring it over to the right. It's always nice to feel the earth lift up and support you where you are, so that you don't have to reach and twist and really push. This is the yoga of pure relaxation. There's not any work to do in restorative yoga. That's why it helps to release stress and settle a very, very loud and chattery mind. So you're going to begin by just coming to rest on your back. Feel the back of your head come to the pillow while your shoulder blades settle on the earth. Take a moment here, and then we'll bend the left leg. Interlace your fingers and draw your left knee in toward you, whatever that looks like in your body, however that feels in your body. And then gently we're going to take that left leg and guide it over so that it comes down on the bolster. The inner left knee and the inner left ankle will settle on the bolster. Notice how you feel here. If you need some more height, if you need the ground to lift up to support you more, enter toilet paper. Toilet paper beneath bolster. Voila. Ta-da. Open up. If you happen to have an extra blanket or pillow and you'd like to feel some grounding, like some weight on that left leg, you can always bring a blanket there. Palms up or down. Begin to soften in. Release your muscles. Allow them to be light. Feel your bones become heavy as you ground. Focus on your breath. And this pose in a restorative class would be held between 5 and 10 minutes. But we are going to come out of it here, bring the soles of your feet to the floor, and come onto your back. And now, in an actual class, not just a demonstration, we would of course do both legs. And so if you really liked the supine twist, you might want to pause my blah, 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 and take the other side here. Otherwise, go ahead and slide the soles of your feet away so that you're not at such a high little triangle shape with your legs. It's a little bit lower. Take the soles of your feet and let the legs soften out to the side. We're going to take this bolster and just bring it either underneath the knees, or maybe you want to lift up a bit and bring that bolster underneath your shins or calves. It really depends on you and your body. There's no wrong way to do it. Listen, intuit what your body needs. And so we can move a little bit from side to side, and notice if you need more support beneath your legs. Hello, toilet paper. You can slide the toilet paper beneath your thighs for some more support, because remember, there is no work to do in restorative yoga. We are simply allowing ourselves to surrender and soften. Deepen the breath. The heart is open, the hips are open, maybe the tip of the tongue comes to the roof of your mouth. Let go. Be here. And go ahead and open your eyes again. In an actual class, we'd hold this for a good 10 minutes. I dare you not to feel grounded, relaxed, and absolutely amazing and rejuvenated after one of these classes. Go ahead and gently roll over to your side. Root down into the earth and rise up and come to a comfortable seated position, whatever that means in your body. Be yoga. When you allow yoga to be, you are able to take it off of the mat and into your everyday life. It does not matter how you arrive to the practice. The practice is for you. I hope to see you in a class one of these upcoming sessions. Happy May and enjoy the sunshine.